Hi everybody, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And I'm here today to talk about our theme for Advent this year. And our Dowling-wide theme this year will be Go Negative. And what I mean by Go Negative can be illustrated using the FedEx logo. So take a look at the FedEx logo for a second. You'll notice that Lyndon Leader's design for this logo, which is one of the most creative ever designed, is famous not for what's there, but what is not there. The design effectively uses negative space, or empty space, between the E and the X to form a hidden right-pointing arrow. See it? It's rather obvious, but given that our eyes tend to focus on positive spaces, those hidden shapes within negative spaces often go unnoticed. And I never noticed this until taking a closer look recently. I discovered the arrow, but now that I know that arrow's there, I can't go back. The arrow is all I see. Negative space. So that's what we're about here at Dowling Catholic High School for Advent, making that negative space in our life, leaving room for God to work in our life, leaving silence to be able to hear the voice of God.
In music, we recognize negative space as silence. When musicians remove noise and strategically incorporate silence into their compositions, they also add emphasis and lend definition to their work of art.
Advent is a time when we remember and reflect that Christ came to us as a baby in the silence of the night. No fanfare, no trumpet blasts, no procession. Small, meek, humble in the dark, and quiet of a small town. What sense does it make to prepare and re-experience this event by filling our lives with noise, stuff, and more noise? That stands in direct contrast to this season's very purpose. Here's a quote from Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. "We live in a society in which it seems that every space, every moment, must be filled with initiatives, activity, and sound. Often there is not even time to listen in dialogue. Let us not be afraid to be silent outside and inside ourselves, so that we are able not only to perceive God's voice, but also the voice of the person next to us, the voice of others."
Check out some practical ways that you can go negative this Advent season.
During passing periods, go to the chapel for a silent prayer between passing periods or before lunch.
Waiting in line, strike up a conversation.
When you're in the car, talk to those in the car. Turn off the radio and turn up the conversation.
A bit Hy-Vee. Is it Hy-Vee? You just drive down and you just...
Say no more often to social obligations.
Don't forget to put your phone on silent.
Also, when you're hanging out with friends, leave your phone in the car to give them your full attention.
Instead of using your phone, wait to make face-to-face conversation whenever possible. Instead of looking down at a bright little screen, look at someone's bright face.
On Sunday this week, put down the technology and pick up a good face-to-face conversation.
I hope you have a great Advent season, and I look forward to celebrating Mass next week for the Immaculate Conception. Remember this Advent to seek negative space, say no occasionally to social obligations, seek that quiet space to declutter your heart, and go negative this Advent season.